Yo, we getting ready to sit down with two of the hottest DJs on the planet right now. Mr. DJ Mikas and Mr. Sage.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, fellas?
How's it going, Valentine?
It's good. It's good.
Very good. Nice to be here, man.
You guys looking good?
Ah, thank you.
Looking proper. Cleaned up real nice.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday to
It
you.
is, man.
Happy birthday, man.
There
really.
you go. Thank you. Now, this video we just saw, the clip of that, what makes that so special for you, man?
It's basically, I was browsing the internet. I'm a big YouTube fan. I'm really active on YouTube, looking at a lot of content and everything. And I ended up on images of that guy in Japan that's doing that really crazy time-lapse thing where everything looked like miniature little toys and everything. Really loved the footage he was doing and everything. Get in touch with him through the internet. We developed the thing. I asked him to be able to have the right to use his image. I put the video together with me and my manager, actually do a bit of video editing and everything. And I was making that track at the moment, Timezone. I was like, oh, that could really work together because it's time stretch. You know, you have the concept of the different time, and it just came together really beautifully. And the result, well, it's there. It's a pretty interesting video.
Nice.
Really,
It's real nice, actually. Now, how did y'all come up with, you just said how you came up with the concept, but, why that particular thing?
I've always been a fan of time-lapse, to be honest. There's actually a friend of mine that's done a very famous video a few years back that was called Vancouver City. You've probably seen it with the images in the cloud and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And he's done that, and he basically went to some guy that did really amazing time-lapse, and he put the video together, got a singer, and put it all together during the Olympics. It was a pretty hyped-out thing, and I kind of inspired myself from that. I think it was a good concept to take slow-down image and put electronic music together. It kind of flows really well together.
Nice. Now, when you come up with the concept, so do you think music first or the concept?
I think music first.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely always start with the song and then build whatever else we're doing around that for sure.
Right. Now, do you guys ever bring people in, to like artists to sing on the track or anything like that?
We did some work together on some of mine. Like for me, I've been producing more commercially oriented music with some singers. I did another music video with a singer from the US that's called Marcy.
Okay.
Interesting. It's really much more melodic and accessible because the music we're doing together is a lot more dance floor oriented. You know, it's really made to give some feeling on the dance floor. You know, some people can say it's trance, progressive. It's really hard to define really at this moment. So.
Okay. So now, with all that, we want to know, how much time do you guys spend developing the craft?
Ooh, do you want to go first with that? Or?
I started, my passion for electronic music started in 1993.
Right.
And I've been basically living, I would say, maybe the dream for the past 5 years. I'm doing strictly that. I run my record label, Progressive Grooves Records.
Okay.
I DJ, I produce music, I release a lot of people, I sign license, put music on website, TV, all kinds of things. So I'm basically knee-deep into music. It's what I do when I wake up in the morning. Either I do music or I do business, you know, depending how I feel or the amount of business I have to do, basically. So it's been a good 17 years, I guess, doing that.
Yeah, my path was a little bit different than that. I've been DJing for about 20 years now.
Yeah.
Got into making music and producing maybe about 5 years ago. And also I've been doing a lot of like club promotion, running club nights and DJing in the local clubs and stuff like that. So that's kind of what got me into the whole making music aspect and things.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a big thing right now, man, because, you know, we want to know the style of your style of actually DJing or just playing music. What kind of style is that?
For you know, we come from two different, this is really make an interesting aspect of what we do. I come more from a bit more of a trancier side, like a bit faster music that's for big room and big crowd arenas and things like that.
Right.
And I believe Sage is...
I kind of encompass all styles, to tell you the truth. I like to play a lot deeper, slower, really dark underground music, and I also play a lot of really big banging club type stuff too. So I really encompass a bit of everything myself.
Okay. Now, when you get to the club, do you actually feel what kind of music you're going to be playing from the vibe from the crowd?
I do, definitely. When I show up at the club, I like to get there about a half an hour before my gig or so and just sit backstage and take a look out at the crowd and see what they're into and how the vibe in the room is and everything like that. And that's kind of how I start to base my set.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's always interesting to see the crowd and everything. It always depends where and when, you know, I think it's a big aspect. And programmation, you think you might play something, you get some things in mind, and then you ended up playing completely different direction. You know, you really never know what's going to happen with the crowd. It's not, you can predict what's going to be on tonight and everything. So you just can go this way. And Like personally, me, I'm a big, like basically in trance, you know, there's some producers that are really reputed that produce really high quality music with vocals and everything that is, I would say it's accessible to everybody. You can come to the club, I can play a set, and you know, you can come with your wife, your friend, you know, people. They're gonna like it. I can pretty much guarantee that, you know.
All right, man. Let's see the rest of this this video clip, man. That's crazy. I like that, man. The
Good
name.
stuff, eh?
It's almost like you're just sitting there, you're watching this, everything just whipping past you, and then you kind of see what you're trying to see.
Yeah.
I mean, did you actually? This is what you wanted the effect to be when you actually put it out there, right?
Basically, the most important thing when producing the clip is synchronization. You know, we
Right.
see a lot of video out there that you have a story going, but it doesn't really connect 100% with the music. It's important to have like a higher intensity of emotion when there's something happening with the music, and then it have to be different. And that particular song was, you know, it's a challenge. Like we produce with technology, mostly with computers and everything, and I always try to read the envelope of what I can do with sound, not trying to sound like something else, just try to do something different. And I think this one is pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's actually topping the charts on Beatport right now. We're doing pretty good.
It's nice, man.
Yeah,
Now,
song's number 39 on the charts right now.
Really?
Yeah, it's doing really well. I'm really happy with it.
okay. Now, we know it's number 39, but have you guys ever messed up in a set?
You want to? Oh,
You can talk.
I've been DJing for a long time, done a lot of shows. I've done more than a few mess-ups in some of my sets, but geez, let me think. One of the worst ones I've done, big full house, probably about halfway through the set. One of the worst possible things you can do, hit the wrong button on the CD player and it pauses the music. Everything in the whole room goes dead stop. Everybody's looking up at you and you're like, oh my gosh. So you just got to press play again really fast and try and look like you did it on purpose, right?
Okay, like you just trying to scratch a little bit. Or
Yeah, a
something?
little bit of something there and put your hands in the air and hope that it works out.
Nice. Now, there's a lot of DJs out there, a lot of MCs, and people want to know what the difference is between an MC and a DJ.
Well, simply a DJ is the person that program the music and play and everything. The MC is going to be a singer or an animator or something.
Right.
Someone that's really there to hype the crowd. Some DJs do both, actually. I have to say some people are actually doing both. And
Right.
they're on the mic and they're talking and they're playing. And they really try to animate the crowd a certain way, I think. And what we do, doing both is not really going to cut it. I mean, some people do a little bit, but not always. Interventions are not. The music should speak for itself. Really, so.
Now, if you guys weren't DJs, what would you guys be doing?
Jeez, well, my first passion was cooking myself. I went to chef school right out of high school. If I was in DJ, I'd probably be somewhere in the chef industry.
Okay.
I was aiming to be an architect. I kind of deviated and into music.
Yeah.
I guess. I went to a very good school and everything. I mean, it was all set for me and everything, but I don't think it was really what I meant to. I come from a really artistic background. My mother's a writer. My father is a musician, an artist, so I guess
You had to
follow.
get into it.
Yeah,
You
I
had to
think.
follow it. You had to.
Yeah,
Now,
music's always been really thick in my family, too. My dad was a DJ, actually, when I was younger and stuff, so that definitely helped me along the way, too.
oh, you say that? There you go. Now, you guys got an album coming out?
Couple.
Couple.
Yeah.
When are they coming out?
We got releases coming, and we just got one that got released actually last week. That's in the chart right now. It's the remix we did of that song that you just played. It's a much heavier remix that's more actual. That's got a bit of dubstep heavy feel into it. It's topping the chart right now. It's called Timezone DJ Mikas DJ Stage Remix.
Cool.
And we got a lot more coming through the summer, really. Basically, we produce through the winter, like every week, finishing a song, and got quite a bit of release coming. Basically, every 2 weeks there's going to be a new single or remixes. We collaborate with people all around the world and get things going. Really
cool. Now, the on-the-grind question, man. Everyone out there not getting to the stage where you guys are at right now, and they're not getting any love being DJs or whatever they want to be. What can you guys tell them to inspire them to stay on the grind?
Well, personally, I'd have to say you just got to stick with it. It's a really, really hard thing. There's a lot of people trying to do it, and if you just stick with your passion and really stick with it and work as hard as you possibly can, I guarantee you good things are going to come to you.
Nice.
Yeah, I think you really have to persevere, because as we go, everybody can be a producer. I mean, right now, everybody's a producer. I can give you a computer, can start doing music.
Exactly.
But what makes you special is you try to do something a bit different.
Nice.
Don't copy the rest of the people because it's cool. Just try to what comes from the heart, put it out in music, and see if people like it after that.
Okay. I want to thank you guys for coming, man.
Thanks, Valentine.
We want to thank our guests, Nathan Vitta, Mikas and Sage. Next week's guests, Chloe Rook, Darren Herbert. I want to thank Provision, Errol Carr. Check me out on Facebook. Get at me on Twitter. You think it's your time to shine, you need to get on the ground with your man Valentine. DJ Mikas, DJ Sage,
Peace.
Nathan Vitta. I'm your man Valentine. We out.
Thanks.